Namaskaram, dear children. In this part of the lesson, we are going to study about the functions of Parliament. Legislation is the primary function of Parliament. To make a law, the consent, the approval of both houses are required. For giving an approval for a bill, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha is sitting separately. A bill. What is meant by a bill? A law in a draft form is called as a bill. An ordinary bill can be introduced either in Rajya Sabha or in the Lok Sabha for first. The bill that is considered by the House for the first is called as first House, and the House that is considering in the next time is called as second House. In both houses, the bill is passing through various stages that is given there in our textbook as a chart. You please see that chart. Bill, when it is introducing in the first House, the first procedure is first reading, second reading, and then third reading. Then after that, it will be introduced in second House. Then there is procedures like first reading, second reading, and the third reading. Then what is happening in the first reading? In first reading, the bill is introduced. In second reading, each and every article introduced in bill is either passed, changed, or rejected after discussion. Third reading, the bill as a whole is passed or rejected. These are the different procedures for passing a bill. After the bill is passed by the both houses of Parliament, it will be submitted to the President for getting approval. After getting the approval of the President, that bill will become a law. That is the law making process. Then two types of bills are there: ordinary bill and a money bill. Ordinary bill and a money bill. We have seen the procedures of ordinary bill, passing the procedures of an ordinary bill here. And next, there is a difference. There are some differences in the case of passing a money bill. What is a money bill? Any bill that is related with the collection of revenue or expenditure from a consolidated fund is called as money bill. This money bill can be introduced in Lok Sabha only for the first time. Then after passing it from Lok Sabha with a certificate from the speaker, as this is money bill, it will be sent to Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha have to make recommendations in the bill, and it want to return to Lok Sabha within 14 days. And Lok Sabha can either accept the recommendations of Rajya Sabha or can reject the recommendations. And that is the difference between the ordinary bill and the money bill. If there is a difference between the opinion of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, the joint session, the joint sitting of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are summoned by President. The President of India is summoning the joint session, joint sitting of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And Lok Sabha Speaker has the right to the power to preside in the joint sitting of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Along with the making of law, Lok Sabha has some other functions too that are given there in our textbook as a table. You please see that table. Other functions of Parliament: control over executive, electoral function, constitutional amendment. These are the three other functions of parliament: control over executive, electoral function, constitutional amendment. Which are the control over executive? Asking questions, deliberating various bills and resolutions, passing or rejecting no confidence motion. Electoral function, participating in the election of president and vice president. And constitutional amendment, timely amendment of the constitutional provisions. If there is changes if changes are needed in constitution, the parliament has the right to amend or change the provisions of constitution. Just like a parliament, in every states of India, there are state legislative assemblies. In most of the states, there are only one legislative assembly. That type of assemblies, that type of legislature are called as unicameral legislature. If there is two houses for the legislature or the parliament, legislative assembly, its name is bicameral. When there is only one house, it is unicameral legislature. Most of the Indian state has unicameral legislature. But in some states, there are bicameral legislature. Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Jammu and Kashmir, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana have bicameral legislature. The lower house is known as Legislative Assembly and upper house is the Legislative Council. We can discuss about the functions of executive in another class. Now we are going to wind up. Namaskaram.